Hi friends, welcome to Tutorials Point. In this video, we will be understanding supply chain management, focusing on topic returns management. These are all the subtopics we will be covering. One is the complaint management, second one is the quarantine stock handling, and the third one is material sorting. In complaint management, we need to understand when this initial notification from our customer comes. When there is a specification and when our component or service did not meet that specification, then customer is authorized to raise a complaint through this particular notification. As and when the notification comes, we need to do the investigation. Then we need to provide a confirmation whether this is really a complaint or not. If this is really a complaint, then we need to kick off the problem solving process involving the cross-functional respective team members. Quarantine stock handling is one of the things it has to trigger from this particular point, where there will be a responsible person identified and he will be taking care of the need with respect to the quarantining. Because once we are confirming that there is a complaint, there is inferior components, then that needs to be segregated from the OK components. Also, we need to define how exactly the control is going to be there, and we need to also define the timing, because if time is not going to be defined, then all these particular components will be staying in the quarantine area and nobody really put some efforts to remove those particular components from the quarantine area. Finally, whatever that we have planned, we need to enforce it by putting in the right management review responsibilities. We will be understanding the material sorting here, where there will be manpower services put for this, and they will be sorting it as OK and NOK components. And decision will be taken based on an instrument, and whatever the instrument that they are going to use, it needs to have a measurement system analysis reports. That means to say, when a component is OK or not OK, we need to check with that kind of a measuring device. That measuring device should be OK. If this itself is not OK, then whatever the good components, maybe we are treating it as bad and the vice versa. Then we will be understanding the remaining part of material sorting, where training to this manpower plays a very important role, because if they are not trained properly, sometimes there are chances that OK and not OK component can be mixed up, and even after doing the inspection, there may be no use. The final intention of this particular sorting is to protect our customer so that there will be no financial implication and quality implications on us. Once we are doing the sorting, we need to properly identify on the components, on the packaging, on the bins very clearly. We can do something like this. When there is an OK component that has been identified, inspected and identified, we can be put with green color tag and OK written on that. If it is a not OK component, once we have inspected, we can put it under red tag and put it as not OK. Then we need to know when we have to stop the quarantine process, because quarantine process is not a complete process that is designed in the manufacturing flow itself. Decision to be scrapped also needs to be taken by the management, because if there are some not OK components and for any reason if customers are not going to be accepting that, then we need to take a decision to scrap those things, and there will be a one-time loss, but that is still much better. If we are not going to scrap, then these particular materials can go and mix up with the OK components, and there can be problems in the supply chain management, and from that there can be disruptions. And then for some reason, if these particular components, if we are planning to go ahead with the concession, this concession needs to be agreed with the customer, so that customer will be using these particular components at a later point of time and where all the risk can be mitigated. So that's it in this video. Thank you so much.
Tutorialspoint.com. Simply easy learning.